welcome or welcome back to Tarot AF. So today I have another pick a card reading for you guys, which is message from your spirit guides. If you don't know what a spirit guide is, they are benevolent energies that are around us and kind of follow us and look down and kind of give us signposts, maybe synchronicities, maybe they're really blaringly obvious signs of a path to take or advice. And sometimes it's a bit more subtle and you need some help kind of tapping into that energy. So that's what I'm here to do today. So hello, if you've never been to a pick a card reading before, welcome. We've got 6 piles in front of us today, so you can take a moment, you can pause the video, see which one draws your eye and trust that that reading is for you and that message is for you. And what I do is I post the times in the box below and you can meet me there for your reading. I'll see you then. Bye. Hi my lovely friends of pile 1. So if you picked the opalite heart today, then this is going to be your reading. So I've already shuffled your oracles from your spirit guides, but firstly I just want to get a couple of cards to see why they're with you at this time, so why they are around you. And like I said in the intro, like, our spirit guides are always with us, but they are with us particularly when we need them, and especially when we call on them or ask them for signs. So spirit, why is pile 1's spirit guides with them at this time? So we've got the 7 of Swords firstly. We have got the High Priestess in reverse. And we've also got the Ace of Swords. So firstly, I can see that you maybe potentially denying your intuition at this time, and maybe you feel really thrown into your head at the moment. Maybe there's been a situation with the 7 of Swords where someone has almost manipulated you, or a plan that you had went awry because of the wills and desires of someone else. And I get the sense that someone has stolen a lot of your thought energy, and you've not been able to almost follow your heart, follow your intuition, and you've just been so wrapped up in your thoughts of what went wrong, why the plan went awry. And your spirit guides are here for you to find this Ace of Swords. That's what they want to guide you to. Ultimately, they want you to guide you to this new way of thinking, maybe a new way of thinking about the situation, cutting through what happened to you, and ultimately restoring your faith that you have all the resources and all the potential kind of untapped in your unconscious, waiting to be unleashed essentially. And you are a reflection of above, and a reflection of your spirit and your dreams and your desires in this state, and they want to guide you back to kind of faith, as it were, faith in yourself and faith in your capabilities and yeah, your power ultimately, and reassure you that and I think ultimately what they will probably want to reassure you is that whatever was done to you, whatever didn't go to plan, was setting way for this new Ace of Swords moment, this new clarity and this new triumph of will and of your thoughts. And you're going to have a new way of communicating, a new way of viewing potentially the world, or like I said, the situation, that is going to make you feel so whole. So let's see what the advice is for you. So we have got the 4 of Swords, we have got the 10 of Cups, and we've also got the Page of Swords. And then I'll also get your oracles down as well. So we've got illumination, firework, unforeseen. We've got weight of the world, boundaries, let it go, it's not yours to carry. We've got blame, I accept responsibility for my well-being. And we've also got sad embrace. So with the 4 of Swords, I feel like your spirit guides are saying it's time to retreat from this situation and really look after yourself. And maybe you kind of are in this state at the moment where you've almost kind of isolated yourself and you're kind of just laying with your thoughts, trying to work through the situation and almost kind of mend your heart. And with the 10 of Cups, your spirit guides want to tell you that you can examine this situation all you want, you can look at all the outcomes, why it happened, all of these things, but you are going to have raw energy, raw new thought energy to wield. And ultimately, you are going to have this contentment and this full heart, which is coming in the form of this 10 of Cups. And I think as well, they're really saying like they are behind you. And under this sad embrace, I feel like they are giving you a hug, as it were, as well. And there are so many people around you that they are asking you to lean into at this time and really emotionally look after your well-being. Don't blame yourself for what happened and accept the responsibility for your well-being. And you don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders alone. There are people around you, and your guides are there as well, who will want to help you through this situation. So don't be hard on yourself. Don't blame yourself for potentially the actions of someone else in this situation, or the plan that you were hoping that would solve all your problems that didn't work out. That is not your fault. And I think with the Ace of Swords and with the High Priestess in reverse, your guides are really saying that this was meant to happen in a weird way, and you will feel illuminated to that. It happened in an unforeseen way, so this Ace of Swords, this new clarity, could find you, and that's what they're trying to bring around to you, so you can wield something else and almost start with this raw energy. With the sad embrace, it's of course okay, and that's why they're asking you to take this time to retreat and be with your thoughts. It's okay to feel annoyed and sad and frustrated and angry and all of those emotions in one, and keep going through and between the scale, but you do not have to do that on your own. And make sure you set boundaries for yourself, and you set the boundaries in your mind of what you were able to do and what you weren't able to do. And ultimately, you weren't able to know what that other person was thinking potentially in this situation, where they potentially caused this deceit, or unwittingly, maybe they didn't even mean to, made your plan go awry. But with this firework, if it's kind of hidden at the moment, maybe if the I'm saying manipulation of someone else, and it feels strong, but I feel like for some people that's what it is. And it could be from anything. It's the stealing of thought energy. So it could be love, it could be career, it could be in your home life, it could be a plethora of things for different people. But I feel like what is not seen at the moment, what is in the shadows, is going to come to light, and ultimately justice is going to be brought forward to them. So if you're almost in the dark, as it were, and no one knows, and you're comforting yourself, even if you can't tell anyone potentially, or you don't want to tell anyone, there's still people around you, and there is a full heart and a community of people that want to that have your back, and want to look after you and nourish your soul, and your spirit guides are there as well. So what you might not be seeing at this time, so we have got the Dawn of Rings, reflection, diligence. We have also got the Dawn of Wands, inspiration and potential, and we have got the Seven of Swords, confusion and setbacks. And Seven of Swords has obviously come up here as well. So what you might not be seeing at this time is actually, well, like I was saying, this manipulation, and I was saying, oh, it might be a bit strong. Maybe you don't see it like that at the moment. Maybe you are in this situation at the moment, and maybe you're planning something with another party or something like that, and there's this their thoughts and their plan, their ego is almost talking. They might be a really good person and they might not mean to, but they actually might be confusing the situation, and they might set you back in terms of they are pushing their agenda, which might not be aligned to you or aligned to what you were trying to create with them and co-create. That it ends in a bit of deceit and manipulation, and it almost feels like the strings are being pulled, as it were. And what your spirit guides are saying, like, you might not be able to see the situation in this way, in this light at the moment, and it is very confusing. And maybe it's kind of a revelation, me saying, oh, maybe the second party is, you know, manipulating, pulling strings, whatever, but you will be able to see that will be uncovered to you, and actually it's going to make way for this new way of thinking. So they are here to protect you during that and try and bring you back to a state where you are trusting your intuition and when you are trusting them as well. And we've also got the Dawn of Wands and the Dawn of Rings, which is so interesting because we've also got the Page of Swords. So I feel like at the moment your guides are saying, like, you are in this raw state, in this raw energy at the moment, raw potential, inspiration. You are being diligent, you are doing all the things you're supposed to be doing, you are having this state of reflection, and there are so many avenues for you to go. This is not the end. Just because this plan did not work out, you can let it go. You can set out new boundaries and new ways of thinking. Don't blame yourself for it going awry. You know, in life, so many things don't go to our plan, our ego's plan, as it were, but actually in terms of the divine's agenda, the divine's major plan for us, we're kind of on track, even though it doesn't seem like that. So I feel like they are saying, keep planning where you want to go, and don't be so rigid on yourself. Don't be rigid with the energy that you feel that you are wielding now. Be faithful to your inspiration and your willpower and your intuition and where that is leading you. And you have so much untapped potential, which they want to help you unfold. And you know, be reflective with yourself, be diligent, be a student to life, keep learning, keep doing all of those things, and make sure that you set yourself healthy boundaries, like create yourself, almost like the Emperor card in the tarot, create yourself order and stability, a structure, but not so rigid that creativity can't flow. Set your boundaries for people and things, and base it off of what happened in this situation with the Seven of Swords. Make sure you reflect on that. Don't live in the past. Don't live in the memories of woulda, coulda, shoulda. No, learn from it and say, okay, this is what happened this time. This is how I'm going to be different when I'm planning in the future. These are my rules, as it were, for myself of what I need to know I need to do. But all of these things can kind of come from it organically in a really healthy way. And I feel like your intuitive voice is almost screaming at you, like you will have this enlightenment and you will have this new knowledge that comes to you, and your spirit guides are going to be with you every step of the way. But if you feel in darkness at the moment, they are going to be lighting the way like a firework in the sky. And yeah, you're not alone. This sad embrace and this blame that you might be feeling, it's not yours, and it's the oppressions and burdens of other people. And that Seven of Swords situation is the anxieties and fears of another person, of what they want to achieve, that has been pushed onto you, and you've been in the fire line because of their ego. And actually, spiritually, you are going to come out of this so much stronger, and have such a great community of friends and family around you. So don't be tough on yourself, please. That is what your spirit guides are saying to you, pile one. So my glorious friends of pile one, I'm going to leave that there for you. I really hope it resonated with you today. I hope the advice was useful. I'm sending so much love as always. If you'd like to see more of me, please do hit that subscribe button. Until next time, I hope to see you then. Bye. Hi there, my glorious friends of pile 2. So if you picked the Moss Agate Moon, then this is your reading today. So firstly, we are going to look at why your guides are around you at this time. So this may be the situation that you're going through, or why they're kind of gathered around you, just generally if they've got some advice, or if you've asked for a sign, maybe that's why they're with you at this time. So Spirit, why are pile 2's spirit guides with them at this time? We've actually got one already turned over. So we've got the Seven of Swords, which very interestingly came up for pile 1 as well. We have got the Four of Wands. Okay, and we've got 3. I'm going to put them all back and then go again. Okay, we've got one that's turned over. Okay, Page of Pentacles. So I feel like at the moment your spirit guides are with you because you potentially This is different to pile ones. I know I said that Seven of Swords came out, but I feel like you guys are in a very different space. But with the Seven of Swords, maybe there was a plan that you had which seemed really, really unstable at a time, that maybe someone else's thoughts and agenda was almost being put into it. But I feel like despite that, or maybe you're going through it at the moment where you're not quite sure if this plan is going to work, you are hopeful that it will, but there are some factors which don't seem to be in alignment potentially. Maybe, like I said, maybe that's someone else, but I feel like your spirits are guiding you to this almost celebration and this feeling of plenty. So I feel like your plan, which is very different to pile ones, I feel like your plan is going to succeed, maybe in not the way you expect, but it will happen, and it will have a payoff. There will be this celebration, this commitment, and this almost like-minded community of souls like gathered around you, celebrating that and celebrating all good things and the triumph of your wills and desires and your intuition. And I feel like that is where it is different, is that you are following your intuition, even though you are planning and your mind is taking quite a lot of the lead in terms of like where you're going. Don't forget to listen to that intuitive voice, because ultimately that is the thing that is going to help you succeed in this. And I feel like your spirits are going to be celebrating that with you, your spirit guides, but also they want to make sure that you are listening, and potentially to the signposts that they are giving you. If you've been asking for signs or that kind of thing, make sure you are paying attention. With the Page of Pentacles, like, this is potentially still raw energy. Maybe you are studying, maybe you are starting a new career, something like that, but there is something in the horizon which you are almost playing with in terms of pentacles, in terms of coin, as it were, something in the physical world that you are kind of examining over, and maybe you are studying and learning it in a deeper way, and you really want to, it's unformed at the moment, kind of how this plan might go, but your spirit guides are saying, like, if you follow your intuition and follow that lead, then you're going to ground it. And it's so interesting that we don't have any water here, any cups, and I feel like at this moment, like, it's less about the emotional side of you that you like, that you're trying to tap into. It's much more of a realistic plan that you are trying to grab, but don't forget your intuition, which, you know, emotions can cloud our kind of perception, our kind of thoughts and that kind of thing, but our intuition is that gut feeling that and act on your instincts at this time. But yeah, so that's really, I feel like they're there to help you form this energy that you are feeling and this plan that you are at the start of, in order for a success. And that's why they're there. They're desperately trying to be like, okay, yeah, this, pile 2, yeah, that, keep going for this. So Spirit, let's see ultimately what advice they have. So we have got the Hermit. I'm hearing don't dim to fit in when that fell out. So we've also got the Ace of Cups. Okay, no, yeah, your spirit guides are like, who's this tarot AF person telling you not to look at the emotions of it? But I feel like maybe that's what you're not doing at the moment, and they're like, anyway, I'll keep going. So with the Hermit, I feel like you don't dim to fit in, follow your light, and the outer concerns, maybe other people in this situation that may be putting in their 2 pence potentially to your plan, they're not going to serve you. You know your light, you know your spark, you make sure that you nourish that, and almost you are where you're going. Even if you can't see in the dark, your kind of lantern of truth, your light that you are looking after, like your special spark, is leading you forward, and kind of keep working at you. This is really heavy Virgo energy. It's like, keep going down the path that you know that you need to tread, even if it's a road that no one else has traveled before, and you don't know necessarily the outcome. With the Ace of Cups, there's this emotional opportunity and emotional experience that I feel like comes out from this, which is mainly it. So maybe if you're not focusing, and maybe if your guides are saying, you know, don't focus too much on the emotions at the moment. You know, there is going to be a full heart at the end of it as well. So even if emotionally you can't see the benefits or that kind of thing, like actually your soul is going to be nourished by this, and it's going to bring around, I feel like it's going to bring around a community for you, and a full heart. And with the King of Wands, like I feel like you are going to be this great instigator of change by following your light. Like I feel like you're going to be an authority in that. So we've also got gathering community partnerships. We've got longing for home, homesick for the stars. We have growth. I want to expand my consciousness and awareness. And we also have goblins. So I feel like you, like I was saying with this King of Wands, you're going to be this instigator of change and someone who is almost restless in the pursuit of that. And I feel like that is from following your intuition and following potentially the cups and the emotions which are offered to you. So the advice is that there may be someone emotionally coming to you that will offer you advice, will offer maybe wisdom or that kind of thing. And I feel like you're going to have this gathering community and partnership in the form, and that's going to kind of lay your foundations for finding maybe this like-minded group of people that you maybe have been trying to find. With this longing for home, homesick for the stars, I get that maybe you are looking for your light, maybe your destiny, what you are meant for in a way, like longing for home, like-minded people who get you and understand who you are and what your plans are and what you want. And I feel like that emotional opportunity is going to be presented for you if you stick true to yourself, stick true to your divine light. And with growth, I feel like you are going to be growing in spirituality in that way, and expanding your consciousness and what you realize, like what you maybe didn't even think you were capable of. Because here, like, it feels like a little hurdle that they're helping you over potentially at the moment, but actually it's going to set you up so much for all of this advice that they want to give you, and make sure that you are fanning your light and working your King of Wands, sorry. And with goblins, we've also got this kind of shadow aspect. So maybe there is a negative voice in your head, like your shadow aspect, your ego and your judgment. Like maybe there's some judgmental thoughts that has been kind of has been speaking quite loudly in your head at the moment. And your guides want you to know that these are preconceptions, these are fears, anxieties given to you from when you were a child, from everyone that you meet. They are projections of fear which kind of stick with you, and maybe it's time to confront those and confront that judgmental voice and see where it's coming from and pour love into the situation ultimately. And recognize, like with the Seven of Swords, recognize the goblins in others, the shadow aspects in others, that other people are acting on their fears and anxieties. It might not be anything to you personally if they act in a way which maybe comes across as manipulating or planning and conniving and all of those things. Like that might be their own shadow voice, that voice in their head that tells them that they are not good enough, making them act almost in those ways. It's not, it's not an excuse for everyone's got their own demons to fight, is essentially what I'm saying. And if that hurts you, then obviously I'm not saying like you have to forgive them and all of these things, but you can honor that in others. So if something happens to you, you can say, okay, I know they were acting out of their fear, but I choose love ultimately, and I choose to look at the situation with love and bring love to the situation. And you have so much love to offer other people and also receive in return. There is this full heart, this full abode, and there is this gathering community of people around you. I feel like there's people around you, your spirit guides are around you, all of which want to provide you with these emotional experiences to grow and expand your awareness and help you feel like fully at home here. And maybe homesick for the stars, maybe you are missing some of your I'm sure you're missing people that are no longer with you on this journey, and maybe in the form of spirit guides, and they are all here with you. They are here. They're watching you grow. They're watching you on your journey, and they celebrate all of your wins along with you. So let's see what you might not be seeing at this time as well. So we've got the Nine of Wands, test of strength, perseverance. We've got temperance, moderation and equilibrium, and we've got the Six of Cups, serenity and healing. So we've got a lot of healing cards in the Temperance and Six of Cups, and with the Nine of Wands, you have been through a lot already, and this is the final stage. Like, you are almost there in terms of kind of allowing, like, this triumph, as it were, allowing your intuition and your gut to, and your willpower to get you to the final stage, as it were. And everything that you have been through, it may feel like a test, and in a way it is a test of your strength, but actually it has helped you have this tenacity and this perseverance that will help you against any eventuality that comes your way. You are so strong is what I'm hearing, and it feels like you are almost there. You carry all of your experiences with you forward, but and you're prepared to go the distance, and you are becoming experienced in following your passions and your desires and allowing that to lead you forward, and almost tapping into that raw energy. And yeah, your spirit guides are like, there's little by little steps, little adjustments that need to be made in order for you to feel balanced and to feel this equilibrium. And I'm sure you know what they are within you, and I feel like it's that making sure you pour love and faith and trust into the situation, and you balance all elements, all aspects. Make sure that you have a healthy dose of emotions, your intuition, your thoughts, and then your physical kind of manifestation, your sensation of the world. All balanced together creates the beautiful alchemy of life. And with the Six of Cups, you have really deep roots with your ancestors, with your childhood, with your friends, with your family. There is so much healing and love and energy there for you to tap into, and also that is going to continue to grow. It's like a beautiful garden where you've already got so many people around you, and the memories, the happy memories, are going to keep coming. And like I said before, maybe you are longing for those who aren't with you, but they live with you in your memories, and especially and especially the good ones. I mean, we all have a spectrum of memories, and we remember really silly things like a smell or a sound or something like that from childhood, or when we've talked to someone in that way or something. And your spirit guides are saying, like, we're still with you, we're still here, we're still guiding you, we're still holding your hand every step of the way, and like we do live in you, live in your memories and everything, but don't allow the memory of us to hold you back growing. Like, we're growing with you still, we're learning as you're learning as well, and there is going to be so much peace after this storm with the Temperance card. You know, your almost rainbow after emotional storms is coming. Make sure you stay true to yourself and your light and how you want to grow in this situation, and just know how powerful you really are with this King of Wands. You are so strong, you have faced so much already. Don't allow your inner voice to derail you in any way, and lean into the love around you. So my glorious friends of pile 2, I'm going to leave that reading there for you today. I'm sending so much love. I hope there was something that resonated and there was some useful advice as well. If you'd like to see more from me, please do hit that subscribe button. Until next time, I hope to see you guys then. Bye. Hello, my glorious friends of pile 3. So if you picked the rose quartz heart, then this is going to be your reading. So firstly, I want to see why your kind of spirit guides are around you at this time. So maybe what you are going through, or what you may potentially soon be going through. Like I said at the beginning, you always have guides around you, but they especially kind of intervene or show you signs if you ask for it, or if you especially need it. So this is why they're with you at the moment. So we have got the Nine of Pentacles, the World, and we've also got the Knight of Cups as well. So I feel like you guys are, well, I feel like in your case, your spirit guides are, I feel like maybe you might be quite in touch with them, potentially a lot of the time, but there is this World card. So your completion, your journey, whatever you are going and setting out to achieve, and I feel like you are emotionally pulled to do this, to find, I feel like you're a really peace-loving person who wants reassurance and healing and is not afraid to emotionally go after what you want. And at this time, I feel like you have been moving very steadily towards it, and you're almost waiting for a message and a sign from them that you are kind of approaching it correctly and like it is going to work out, as it were. And with the World, there is this completion, there is this end of the cycle, there is this kind of wholeness that comes with being in the superconscious, the unconscious, the consciousness, all combined in this kind of beautiful victory. And that's what they're helping you towards, is your completion, your end of a cycle. And it feels like potentially your spiritual awareness and almost awakening, maybe in some cases for some of you. With this Nine of Pentacles, I feel like they are so proud, and you should be so proud of all that you have built up until this time, the diligence and prudence that you have had in terms of your financial wealth, your security, your job, your independence is what I'm hearing. You are such an independent person, independently wealthy in terms of your life. Like, you have created so much for yourself, and it's because I feel like you have been focusing on what emotionally fulfills you and following that goal, and you're not afraid if the road gets tough to keep pursuing it and keep going after it. And they want to keep helping you because they know that this journey will emotionally fulfill you, make you happy, and also they want, you have been kind of leaving a lasting legacy for people around you, like people as well that are yet to come. So what advice they have for you next? So we've got the Seven of Cups, we have the Ten of Swords, and then we also have the Sun. Okay, so, and I'm going to get your oracles as well. So we have got yes, confirmation, the answer is yes. So if you've been like, well, I'm going to get to that in a minute actually. Spirit's like, keep putting the cards down. We have Breath of the Cosmos, My Will to Thy Will, Micromanaging the Universe. We have got Peace, I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. And we've got Slow and Steady. Slow and steady wins the race with that Knight of Cups. So with the Seven of Cups, I feel like at the moment, maybe you are at this kind of crossroads at your journey at the moment, and like I said, you're not afraid to go through different obstacles, different things that come up for you. And with the Seven of Cups, I feel like emotionally there might be a lot laid out for you. Maybe it feels like a bit of illusion, like loads of different paths which maybe feel aligned to your purpose, which you might think you want to go down. Maybe some people are telling you, saying, oh, you should go do that, you should do this, and which is causing confusion. And it feels like you are just at this moment where there are so many forks and you don't know which way to turn, and you need a sign. And with the Ten of Swords, your spirit guides want to tell you that yes, it's fears and anxieties of other people, and you may feel in this insurmountable situation at the moment. Maybe a part of your plan or a part of your journey didn't go to plan, and you feel disheartened by that, and you feel like almost like I'm hearing a death to it, like a death to the plan, like almost I give up in some ways. But then there is something, this almost enlightenment, this wisdom, this clarity on the horizon, which you feel like, no, that is what I'm still after. I still find joy in this path, and even if it's got tough, I still want to go for it. And Spirit is saying, like, this fork in the road that you are feeling is a result of this Ten of Swords, of people maybe pushing their agenda, telling you what you should do, and it's their ego, and maybe my will to thy will, maybe it's their will trying to sway yours. But Spirit and your spirit guides are saying, you know your path, you know what will bring you peace, you know that it's going to be a slow and steady process, and that you have already put in so much effort towards it. And do not give up. yes, this is the right path for you. Yes, like your confirmation is there. There is going to be clarity. There is going to be light brought to this Ten of Swords moment, and it's almost like an awakening out of it. Like, you may feel like hope is lost, and like in terms of your thoughts you can't go any further, and you don't know how to proceed, but you can get yourself up, you can take the swords out, and you can keep moving forward. And the Seven of Cups, all those paths that are maybe seemingly in front of you, they are fairy favors or an illusion, and things other people might have said to you that might be a good idea, but actually in your heart you already inherently know the path that you want to take, and the path that is going to give you emotional stability and happiness. So let's get you what you might not be seeing at this time as well. So we have the Eight of Cups. I was literally going to talk about the Eight of Cups because that naturally follows the Seven of Cups, and I was going to say there was an emotional, like there's potentially stagnant energy which you need to leave behind, but new direction, walking away. Honestly, the Emperor in reverse, I literally love this. And then we've also got the Hanged One as well, transition, sacrifice. So like the Eight of Cups, you know, in order to find peace and peace with yourself, it's almost time to walk away from something emotionally into your new direction. Like maybe the path that you're on at the moment, or the opportunity maybe that you started to tread down one of the paths that you thought was in front of you, or something, one of the paths that you thought might offer you, or maybe you even considered it for a while, realized it wouldn't make you happy, and maybe you came to a bit of a head. And spirit and your spirit guides are saying with this Eight of Cups, you can walk away. Like what has been lost, there's really no hope, or like there's no really hope of rekindling that. And actually it may feel like an abandoned success at the moment, but actually you're still on your journey. You're still on your journey to this world. There is the higher universal energy at play that actually, yes, you might have gone down this path, you may have, you know, swayed to temptation for some of you is what I'm hearing, but and came to a fault, as it were. Maybe you felt like you were chasing the wrong thing, but actually it's a learning curve, and it's an obstacle which ultimately you are overcoming, and you are moving forward, and there is always a new opening, a new fork in the road. So maybe for some of you, if you didn't go tread down there or something like that, with the Seven of Cups, I feel like the illusion that you might feel in at the moment, and this situation where your fears and anxieties is telling you one thing, to go this way, X way, there is going to be an opening for you, a new direction for you to tread that will ultimately get you to your peace, that goal with the Knight of Cups towards your emotional security that you were hoping for, the yes path, as it were. And it's slow and steady. Like I said, slow and steady wins the race. And with the Emperor in reverse, I feel like maybe you're being too rigid with yourself. Maybe you are setting your boundaries too high, and you're trying to push past all the obstacles quickly. And actually, you know, order and stability is brilliant, but it's got to be healthy boundaries, and that's the difference. Don't allow yourself to stint your growth and your potential, and don't allow yourself to be so rigid with your plan that nothing can grow organically and no new energy can come towards you. Kind of, you will have this clarity, you will have this wisdom coming towards you in form of the sun, and that will, and don't let other people's limiting beliefs create those walls for yourself. And with the Hanged One, you see the world you literally turn the world around on its head. You are going to feel this enlightenment, and maybe at the moment you are almost surrendering to the circumstances around you, and it may feel like you're sitting still, but actually you're actively waiting for your path to open up for you, and it will do. And the Hanged One is also the kind of, it's the 12th in our major arcana, which 12 is fate, is the sign of fate, and you know, whether you believe in fate, destiny, whatever, it doesn't matter, but it feels like you have got to this point for a reason, for you to learn something, to find new clarity. And like I said, enlightenment. And don't be afraid of your light and what that means to the world. Be reassured that you are different, and you are different for a reason, to spread awareness, to spread your wisdom and your joy with others. And you are an infectious person to be around, and people want to be gathered around you. And your journey to your wholeness and your completion is not over yet, even though it may feel like you have hit a roadblock like you've never felt before. You are going to have this newfound level, and there is a transition period on its way to you. All you have to do is say yes to it. Say yes to accepting that your path is not over, and say yes to the things. Like, that's the thing between fate and destiny. Fate is, you know, you were born under this star, and you're going to meet this person. Fate I find a bit harder to wrap my head around, but destiny, saying yes to the signs or no to the signs when they come up, like the signposts, as it were, like your spirit guides, that I resonate with more, is that because you do have free will. You have free will in anything, in any situation that you have, and a lot of the time we might say no to it because of our limiting beliefs, or maybe because of what other people say that we should be doing, or whatever it is, or I've got my plan, I know exactly what I'm here to do. But actually this energy has come to you for a reason, and be versatile, adapt to it. If you told me 6 months ago that I would be reading on YouTube, I would have laughed in your face and not believed you. And things change, and I adapted. I listened to my spirit guides and what they had to tell me, and that's what I feel like this situation is going to have for you. You're going to find clarity, and don't be afraid if it's at a different pace from everyone else, or if you feel like you're not moving forward. Actually, you're actively waiting for your time to be activated, as it were, and for your time to kind of, your path to present itself. You're carving out a path that no one else has treaded before. I feel like you're a pioneer in this, and yeah, there's joy on the way to you. There's this completion, exactly what you wanted. So my glorious friends, my rose quartz heart, I'm going to leave that reading there for you today. I hope it resonated with you. I hope there was some useful advice there. I am sending so much love, as always. If you'd like to see more from me, I'd love to see you guys again. Please do hit that subscribe button. Until next time, I really hope to see you guys there. Bye. Hello my glorious friends of pile 4. If you picked the green Avenger star, then this reading is going to be for you. So firstly, I want to see why your guides are with you at this time. Potentially this is what you are going through, or what may be coming up for you that they want to help guide you through. So Spirit, why are pile 4's guides with them at this time? I should say as well, you know, your guides are always with you, always around you, but they might be making their presence known slightly more for certain reasons, to give you signs if you've asked for them, or if they just want to. With your guides, when I was shuffling your cards earlier, cards were jumping straight out of the deck at me, and I feel like your guides were like, yep, let's get this started. Pile 4 needs to hear this. I don't want to say they're pushy, but they were like blaringly obvious. They were like, yep, I know exactly what this person needs to hear right now. Take it away. And this is all from a place of love, I should say as well, before I get started. But and this is not bad. Sorry, I said that in a way that it could be bad. But your spirit guides at the moment are with you, because I feel like at the moment you are dimming your light to fit in. I feel, and that's kind of real talk. I feel like there's an alarm bell moment. Your higher calling, your higher vocation, what you are meant to be doing, your purpose, as it were, you feel it inherently in your soul. You know what you are being called to do. I feel like you've seen the signs. You have maybe you've been denying them, maybe that kind of thing, but there is something in you that has already changed, and there is already that call that you know that you can hear in order to do something, maybe something that completely breaks the boundaries and the conceptions of anything that you thought you could ever potentially achieve, and that is calling to you. And your spirit guides, I feel like, have been the ones who have been like, come on, pile 4, like, where are you? Why aren't you stepping forward yet? And actually the main thing for them that they want to say to you right now, we'll get some more advice in a minute, but is that you have actually already changed. By having this awareness that there is an alarm bell going off, you've actually already made a step of change. And with the Hermit in reverse, and also the Page of Wands in reverse, I feel like you are denying your intuition at this moment, and denying your light and where that is guide you. Maybe you are getting involved in other people's issues, other people's projects or ambitions that actually is not aligned with you, and actually you are dimming your light. And I get the fact, maybe you're quite maybe you are an empath, maybe you have such a strong light and people are drawn to you, and you're not actually nourishing yourself and taking the time for you to listen to what your intuition is guiding you to do, and you're not being faithful to potentially an enlightenment that you feel. And your guides are with you at this time to get you out of your head, as it were, and out of maybe what you feel like you should be doing or you should be chasing. Maybe it's money or like, I don't know what it is, or something that isn't serving your higher purpose, your highest purpose, and they're trying to get you almost back on track. They're like, come on, we're here, we are trying to show you. Maybe you've been seeing synchronicities everywhere, maybe you've been seeing messages, or if you've been asking for a sign, whether that be an animal or a number or whatever it is, I feel like they may be giving it to you, and maybe you just don't know what it means. Maybe you're just like, okay, well, it's coming, but like, do you maybe even second guessing your intuition and your light, and I feel like that's because you're not taking the time to be faithful to it and be faithful to the passion and what drives you forward. And yeah, I feel like your wills and desires either way are maybe being dampened by someone else, yeah, or something like that. So let's get you what they want to say to you. So we've got the Two of Wands here. We also have the Three of Pentacles. What did I tell you about your guides letting cards jump out of the deck? Like, this is what it was like earlier. It was literally like, yeah, this. Okay, you guys have more cards than the others, but I really don't want to mess with your spirit guides, whoever they are. So I'm gonna leave them on the table, and I'm just gonna allow them. I'm gonna talk about them, and then I'll put them a bit to the side, maybe in a minute, because you might not be able to see them when I lay down all the other cards. So you could hear the fear in my voice. I'm a bit afraid of your spirit guides. You don't need to fear them, they are there to love you, but I feel like they're almost giving you a bit of tough love, as it were, at this moment in time. So there is this there's this entanglement that you are feeling in terms of your thoughts, which is really, really clear at the moment, and it's from a sorrow. It's from a sorrow that you feel that potentially you feel cut off from something. Maybe someone is being stingy with you, or stingy with their time and resources, and you don't feel like material flow is potentially coming to you. Maybe you've had that shut off period from a job, a career, where you thought you were supposed to be going, or maybe it is just in terms of finances and wealth and money and that kind of thing, and it's really thrown you into your head, and you don't feel like you can walk forwards, and it feels like the whole situation is so insurmountable, and you just feel wrapped up in it. And maybe you know that you have to release it deep down, and you have to abandon this thought pattern that you might be in, but something like, you have not healed the wounds yet. And with the Three of Swords, there is this unrest and almost rebellion within yourself. And with the Three of Pentacles and the Two of Wands, these feel like what your guide wants you to do. They want you to, well, they want you to trust your intuition, trust your intuitive spark, and start visualizing where you want to go. Start visualizing your manifestations, and know that even if you're working within a team, even if you are dependent on other people for maybe financial security or that kind of thing, or whatever it is, you are still an independent person within that team. You can create your own wealth. Every seed that you start planting now, every single idea that you start going for, is going to bring around such brilliant things, is going to bring around a legacy, glory for yourself. And with the Two of Wands, this is the card of dominion, but also there is a warning with this card, and I feel like your guides are saying that don't get wrapped up in the physical matters of everything. Physical matters and the money and all of these things, all those things that we worry about, of course, I'm not saying, you know, we can give it all up, and not everyone's fortunate enough to be able to like give up everything and drop everything, because we've got rent, we've got bills, we've got all of these things, we've got dependents, whatever it is. Like I'm not saying you just give up and you go and find this spirituality and all of this stuff, because you've got stuff to do. You do. I'm not arguing with that. And with the Two of Wands, you don't get so bogged down in it. You know, there's a difference between a job that fuels your soul, you love doing and you don't mind putting the time and effort, and then there's a difference between matters which you don't find emotionally fulfilling, that you do just to kind of get by and get that coin, as it were, so you can then focus on your other endeavors. So like whilst you're like looking to dominate the world or that kind of thing, and have your grand plan, don't get bogged down in like, yeah, allow this to be raw intuition, raw inspiration that comes at you, essentially. I want to get the other cards as well for you. So we have blockages, obstruction, barricade. We have longing for home, homesick for the stars. We have gratitude, I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. And we've also got wishing well. So I feel like you are maybe in this state of obstruction and barricade, and like I was saying, like there's this insurmountable situation which you don't feel like you can move past, but actually you are less tied to it than you realize you are. And actually this obstruction that is in front of you is actually a pause. It's a quest for you. It's a challenge for you to have a pause, to look back, reflect on the past hurt potentially of what's happened, the sorrow in the situation, and learn from it, understand it, and make changes so that you can then further your journey. And maybe you are longing for a simpler time, or a time where this sorrow wasn't in your life and that kind of thing. But Spirit is saying that your life has so many opportunities. You have this boundless energy with this Two of Wands of which direction you can go. And maybe there is a team, maybe there is a teamwork around you that can help you move past this mountain and create what you want. Maybe setting in your plans and talking to other people about what you are planning is going to help. And with this wishing well, this is this raw energy, this raw birthplace energy. It reminds me of the well card in the Ethereal Visions Tarot, which in tarot cards there's usually 21 major cards to the world, from the Fool to the World, and in the Ethereal Visions there's 2 additional ones, the Artist and the Well. And the Well is this birthplace of ideas, and I feel like you are almost in this birthplace of ideas, and you're maybe wishing upon that. And I feel like you have had that spark, that idea that you want to take forward, but maybe you're not trusting in it. And actually don't allow maybe your ego, your fears, your anxieties, what other people are saying in this situation, or this entanglement, this sorrow, to prevent you from taking this raw energy and creating. And don't forget to give yourself a chance, and continue to like be in that flow of give and take. Like if you feel like someone's been taking too much from you at the moment, the scales are going to balance out. Be thankful for this pause, this quest, that you can take this time of reflection to visualize where you want to go, because there are so many opportunities waiting out there for you. And I feel like it's whichever one you are wishing for, whatever you're hoping to do, it's presented to you in this judgment, in this alarm bell call. And I feel like it is calling to you. Maybe you've been manifesting it for a while, but you can't quite see how you're going to get there yet. So let's see what you might not be seeing at this time. So we've got Spirit of Wands, enthusiastic, adventurous. We've also got the Hermit, what did we say? Contemplation, soul searching. And we've also got Two of Swords in reverse, indecision, avoidance. Yeah. So you had this stalemate at the moment. So because you are not leaving quite this situation behind, which has caused you sorrow, you're reliving this pattern over and over again. And it's almost like, because you haven't learned from your past, you're almost doomed to repeat it in a way. Like, that's what they say about people who don't study history. But yeah, it feels like you're at this crossroads and your new path is almost there and your old path is there, like I said, crossroads. And that is the definition of a crossroad, is what I'm hearing in my head. So sorry about that. But yeah, so you can always continue down where you were going, but it feels like you are just going to hit this obstruction and this block all the time. Or you can tread on this new path, and this is enthusiastic, this is adventurous, this is the Spirit of Wands. It's so interesting how you've got Spirit of Wands and you've also got the Hermit. I mean, the Page, this is more night, but you've got this change of direction that is coming at you. Your guides are saying they are here to help you become that, to find your adventurous spirits, to be enthusiastic about where you want to go, about this wish and this raw inspiration that you are feeling, and they want to help carry it further. They need you to start not dimming your light and following your passions, your desires, what your light is telling you, what you are hearing in your intuitive voice, and to really contemplate what you are doing and the situation that you are in. Is it serving your highest good? Or is it, you know, like I said, the egos of others? Or is it what you think you should be doing? And why do you think you should be doing that? Is that your conceptions of what you believe you are capable of? Or is that like what someone else has said to you, what you should be doing? Like I kind of just said. But I feel like this is you though, because I keep going over things and giving a definition. I feel like you keep talking yourself out of it. You keep going round in this circle of avoiding because you don't want to actually get to the crux of the issue. So it's time to stand still, really contemplate, and really like listen to that voice, listen to that almost inner critic inside of you, and say, okay, I know you are my fear. I know you are my fear, almost personified in this shadow aspect. What are you actually doing here? Your thoughts are just words and they can't hurt me anymore. And I choose love. I choose to bring love into this situation, and I choose to find an alternative route, and I choose to go after my intuition and what I love. And maybe there is going to be a team that reveals itself around you that will help you get there. And if you're worried about the money, the material flow, it's coming at you. This give and take is coming back. So it's time to move past this sorrow. We don't, like, release is a really tricky word, because letting go, you never truly let go of anything. You still carry it with you because it's an experience that you've learnt from and you've changed from, but you can heal from it and you can carry it with you without letting it rule you. And that is the difference. It's carrying a memory, but carrying it on your back where it can't affect and cloud your future judgments and how you choose to change. It's a scar that you've healed from. So you'll always remember what happened, but you don't let that rule your decisions moving forward. And maybe that's where this avoidance is coming through. So my glorious friends of Pearl 4, I'm going to leave that there for you guys today, but your spirit guides are with you and they ultimately just want to be more in touch with you. And maybe you feel out of touch for some reason with them, but go after your enthusiasm, what fuels your soul, what makes you feel adventurous. Be grateful for all the opportunities that are coming at you, because they are coming at you, and for all that you've learned so far. Keep manifesting, keep wishing for what you want, and don't ignore this massive call from the universe in the Judgment card. Or if you haven't quite felt it yet, make sure that you are in a state of contemplation and calm and balance within yourself, so that that message can kind of come forward to you. I'm sending so much love for your healing, and I really hope to see you guys again. If you'd like to see more of me, please do hit that subscribe button. I'd love to hear if this reading resonated with you, and if so, yeah, let me know down in the comments. Like I said, love to see you guys again soon. If I do, I will see you then. Bye. Hello my glorious friends of Pile 5, so if you picked the Honey Calcite Heart, then this is going to be your reading for you guys today. So what your guides want to tell you. So firstly, I'm just going to shuffle your tarot, and we're going to get some cards for why your guides are with you at this time. So it could be because you're going through something in particular that they want to provide their services for, their help, their advice, or I mean, your guides are always with you, so it just might be, like I said, that time, it's a time where they want to be around you and they want to like surround you with love, or it could be that there's something is coming up that they want to kind of prepare you for. So let's see why they are with you. So we have got the Six of Wands, we have also got the Devil card. I only want one more card, please, Spirit. Sorry, there was about 5. So, okay, and we've also got the Five of Wands. Okay, so I feel like there is a situation, sorry, there's a bit of, there you go, something on my desk which was preventing the cards, so I was just going to move it. So we've got the Six of Wands, we've got the Devil and the Five of Wands. So I feel like your spirit guides are with you at the moment because maybe there have been things, I don't feel like you are in a state of peace and contentment at the moment with this Devil card. I feel like maybe you have been potentially slipping into old patterns of behaviour. Maybe you've been getting involved in conflicts with other people's wills and desires which you actually don't even want to be a part of. You just kind of got sucked in for some reason, and you feel just in this like state of confusion and a bit of strife, like you don't really know why you are caught up in this almost world of rage, as it were, is what I'm hearing. And with the Devil, I think maybe you feel like you've almost been chasing the wrong things, like sex, politics, money, whatever it is, like something that doesn't fuel your soul and you know is not the path for you. And I feel like with the Devil card, your guides are trying to help you get out of this, potentially get out of the patterns and connect with you more so that they can help you kind of see through this situation for what it is, which is a bit of an imitation, a bit of a sham, something not to kind of really take to heart is what I'm hearing, and to find joy again ultimately and come out of this on the other side into this new state of joy and equilibrium. And with the Six of Wands, there is this victory for you, a victory of your will. So if you're in a situation where everyone's getting their 2 pence in and is, you know, having this battle of you to be like, no, you can't do this, or we should do this, and your inspiration's wrong, your gut's telling you the wrong thing, then Spirit's saying like, no, there's going to be a celebration of you in the Six of Wands and victory for you, and your guides are here to help you get that and triumph through all of the things that maybe be tying you down, maybe your shadow aspects of yourself, maybe that inner critic, that voice that might be running wild, telling you that you can't do it or you're not worthy. And your guides are here to say like, you are, and we're here, we're helping you, we're holding your hand through it. So let's see what they want to tell you, what advice they want to give. So we have got the Three of Wands, we have got the Page of Pentacles as well. So Spirit, what advice? And we've also got the Five of Swords as well. So we've got, with the fives, we've got Five of Wands and we've got the Five of Swords, which fives are the card of changing. So I feel like at the moment you are going through changes, and with the Three of Wands there is this active waiting for your ship to come, as it were, and it's almost like a journey away from this. Like we were saying with these fives, this is a change. Maybe you feel like you've had a victory over something, but actually it feels more like a defeat. It's really tinged in defeat, and actually you feel like you won the battle but not the war. Like there's so much more to keep going on. But actually Spirit's saying you don't need to get caught up in the thoughts of anyone else and other people in this situation. Like you are exploring and you are studying new aspects of yourself and a new path, and potentially a new career or a new study, something that maybe not everyone else understands or wants to do, and that's what you are to focus on. And actually, like, your ship is coming, your exploration and your enterprise and your creativity is on the way. Like it's like you're on that cliff waiting for a ship to come. You don't know where it's going to come from, and they're there to give you the advice and to intuitively know and help you ride that wave, as it were. So let's get you some more cards as well. So we've got soulmate. This connection involves a close friend, romantic partner or tribe, twin flame bond, soul family. We've got surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. We've got loneliness, I know that I am never alone. And we've also got education too. So maybe, like I kind of said before, maybe you're chasing things that don't fuel your soul with the devil, like chasing money, sex, politics, that kind of thing. And we've obviously got soulmate and we've got Venus energy. So this would suggest love, but more of a love for life, like I was saying, that joy, that equilibrium. And I feel like you are going to be connected more to your soul family and to your soul's purpose. And it's not necessarily soulmate in terms of, like it said in the card, it could be a close friend, a romantic partner, or a tribe. And I feel like those people who think in a similar way to you, that don't combat your wills and desires, are coming towards you, and there is going to be pleasure and joy coming. And with this education card underneath the Page of Pentacles, there is so much for you to learn on this path that you are treading. And this path is not for everyone, and not everyone is going to be treading where you are, and your path is so interesting and you're going to learn so much. And again, we've got like this ethereal kind of fairy in the card as well, like your guides are going to be with you every step of the way, and it's following your intuition and that spark. And with the loneliness card, you are going to find your people. If there's people in your situation at the moment, people in your life who are kind of looking down potentially on what you want to do, or I get the sense it could be spiritual, because we've got this hand which looks like palmistry, and then we've also got the Page of Pentacles which has all the zodiac. So maybe you're even studying something quite spiritual, like astrology, zodiac, maybe even tarot, who knows. But maybe you feel really disconnected from it at the moment, or maybe people are like, no, you can't do that, it's you know, whatever. And actually you find a lot of joy in it, and a lot of serenity and sweetness, potentially, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be spiritual in that way. That's just, for me, I feel like there might be a collective of people that might be doing that. So take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But either way, it's something that breaks the boundaries of what other people might be tied to, what kind of the soul patterns that people go through, the contracts that they think they have to make, almost with the devil, as it were, chasing things that don't actually advance their soul. And I think whatever it is that you are going for advances your soul, and like I said, maybe seems slightly taboo to other people in the way that it connects you more spiritually and makes you stronger. And you are going to find this tribe, you're going to find this soul tribe, and kind of help lift each other up, and I feel like raise the consciousness of the world in a lot of ways, like with them all lifting up these trays. Like that is what I see it. And with this Venus energy, this is going to be strong links, strong relationships, and it's going to make you feel like you're coming alive to like an Eden, as it were an oasis, a home away from home. And you're going to learn so much from the people around you. And your guides are saying, you know, don't get involved in, it's time to move past the thoughts and fears of other people potentially in this situation, and actively wait for your path to unfold and follow your intuition. Like actively wait and follow your intuition in this scenario. And there will be, maybe potentially, like I was saying, that boat analogy with standing on the cliff, there may be someone on the boat, like a soulmate, like a soul tribe person, kind of coming towards you. And if it is to do with love, if you feel like you have been chasing love in the wrong way, and or people have treated you wrongly in the past, and you've lost a lot of thought energy and that kind of thing, I feel like there is going to be someone that comes in. Maybe it's this Page of Pentacles, maybe they are a Page of Pentacles type, but I get that more you as being this kind of eager to learn and unlock a new way of thinking about love. But it could just be the love of like your material, like your career, like what you are going to be doing. So let's see what you might not be seeing at this time. So we've got the Seven of Wands, persistence and conviction. We have got the Ten of Wands, responsibility, challenges, and we've also got the Seven of Rings in reverse, investment and diligence. So I feel like your guides are saying you have invested a lot already, you have grown so much already, and just because you are maybe potentially choosing to walk away from that path does not mean that you are like, it doesn't mean that you let all of that go. Like, that wasn't all for nothing. You've learned so much already, and you will continue to build upon that. And don't get caught up in the past and what you've done up until this point. Your past self, and don't blame yourself for that. Like, your past self was you know, acting on what they thought was right, and you can learn, you can change, and they got you here to this point, and you are here now for a reason. And with the 10 of Wands, I feel like maybe you are carrying so much, like you feel like you are lifting the weight, and you are lonely, and you maybe can't see the people around you, maybe this like soul friend or romantic partner or tribe around you that want to help and will lend a hand and help you with the responsibilities and the challenges that you are facing, and you can let some of that go, but you are nearly there. Like with the 10 of Wands, this is almost the end. You are coming over the finishing line, but can you drop anything? Can you drop anything that doesn't serve your purpose and get you to that point? And with the 7 of Wands as well, you are at such a vantage point here. Even if it feels like there's loads of people around and you feel like you've suffered a bit of a defeat, your conviction and your strength are known, and you have so much valor, and you are at a point, a position where you are you have the higher ground essentially, and you can bat other people's wills and desires off, and but most importantly, you can step away and not even get involved in them as well. You are independent, and you don't have to feel defensive. Like, I know you might feel like you have a reason to be fighting, but your courage and your determination and actually choosing not to fight and walk away because you're on that vantage point. Like, don't fight fire with fire, as it were. Like, you know the fire inside of you. You don't dim that, and don't fight other people's battles, which then might damage your spark and damage your fire. You don't need to get involved in things, and you can let go of some of the challenges potentially that are in front of you. But there is this new awakening to a different way, and this victory of you, and that's coming about through you listening to your intuitive voice, and through your willpower and determination and the strength that you have fostered and continue to show. Yeah, you have so much tenacity and bravery and determination, and don't allow your past, what you coulda, woulda, shoulda, to hold you back. You're in this present moment now. Live the present moment, and be ready to receive new energy, because it is coming at you if you release some of the stuff that you don't need on your journey forward. So my lovely, lovely friends, I'm going to leave that reading there for you. I really hope it resonated. I hope there was some advice that was useful there for you. If you'd like to see me again, please do hit that subscribe button. I'd love to see you soon. I'm sending all my love to you as always. Until next time, I hope to see you guys there. Bye. Hello my glorious friends of pile 6. So if you picked the Fluorite Moon, then this is going to be your reading today. So firstly, I'm going to ask why your spirit guides are around you, or why they want to give you this message at this time. Maybe it's because you're going through something in particular, or something is upcoming. And yeah, so we'll just kind of get a barometer for that. Your spirit guides are always with you, but they come to us mostly at times when we need them most. So we've firstly got the Ace of Wands. So spirit, why are pile 6s spirit guides with them? Why are they here to give this message to them? So we've also got death as well, and we have got the Emperor. Okay, yeah, so you are going through this massive change, this change in the death card, this need for release, and this rebirth is coming at you. And really, your guides are here to let you know that this transition, this transitionary period is a part of your journey, and things never really end. This may feel like the end of a cycle, but actually there are other bits in your life which are still going on, that are beginning or in the middle and that kind of thing. And just because one area of your life feels like it's become to a conclusion does not mean everything has. It's how you greet this change is really your next step. And with the Emperor, you are being called to invite in this time of change and accept what has been, like, what is kind of dying in that respect, and what is birthing in kind of the in the background. And with the Emperor, it's calling that there is going to be a time of order and stability for yourself, and it's time to create your boundaries, create your structure of who you are based on your principles and your beliefs and your ethic and your code. But don't be so rigid with yourself, don't be rigid with your boundaries that you won't allow creativity to come in the form of Ace of Wands. You are getting this fortuitous moment in time where the universe and your guides are giving you this massive just do it. I feel like you've got an urge to create, an urge to go about this enterprise, and it's raw unfixed energy which you can grab hold of, which will fuel your intuition, your willpower and your determination, and really start off that cycle. It's that artistic plan almost that is coming about, and it's coming about from this release. In order for new energy to enter, this Ace of Wands to enter, we have to let go. We have to let go of energy, because energy can't be destroyed. It can only change and kind of remanifest itself, as it were. And with the Death card, as soon as you let go and you let go of some of the energy that you might be holding on to, this new opportunity is going to present itself, and it's going to feel like yeah, it's just going to feel like a whoosh in time, like, wow, okay. And that's what your spirit guides are preparing you for, this this letting go, so new energy can come forth. And I feel like they're helping you create this time of stability with the Emperor. So what advice they have for you at the moment? We've got the Chariot. Your guides do not mess around, my friend. We have got the Six of Pentacles, and we've also got the Three of Wands. And then in terms of your oracle cards, we have got message. You may receive a text from you may receive a text or form of online message, converse and communication exchange. We've got I remember, soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. We have success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. And we've also got dry desert at the moment. So with the Chariot, I feel like you could be in this state of where something feels blocked, that there is something almost blocking your path, which you want to really trust and let go and have faith that it's all going to work out, and there is going to be assured success, and there will be assured success and victory for you. But at the moment it feels a bit dry. It feels like you're at this period where maybe you can't see the oasis ahead of you. And with the Three of Wands, there's this active waiting. There's this active waiting in this form that there is going to be success, and you are kind of waiting. You are waiting for that next opportunity, and the Ace of Wands is coming at you. And as soon as you trust and have faith and, like I said, let go, let your hands off the wheel, as it were, this is going to bring about this Ace of Wands, which is going to prepare you to create and create your enterprise and channel that raw energy that you have been building up. And there is going to be this material flow towards you if you have been feeling cut off. And it's like that karmic cycle. Things are going round and round. You've got to share the wealth in order for the wealth to go round. And maybe this kind of receiving is coming in the form of a message. And I know it says text or online message, but it could mean from your spirit guides, like this Ace of Wands, like this ask for messages. This I do this all the time. You ask for a really specific message. Say, I want to see this number, or I want to see this animal, and if I'm on the right path, or that kind of thing. And yeah, the amount of times, and one time I'm gonna share this with you. One time I asked to see a particular butterfly, a particular species of butterfly, and I turned on the television, and literally like within an hour, and there was a story about the particular butterfly like birthing out of their cocoons, and there were like thousands of them on this television program. And I was like, oh, okay, wow, yeah. because I was just like, I need a sign. I like gave up control, and I was like, that's what I need to hear. And with I remember, I feel like you're with the fated life versus destiny life. Fated is, you know, you live under this star, you're destined for this, or you're fated to do this, etc. Which, you know, some people, and I sometimes have little more trouble kind of getting to grips with that, or wrapping my head around that. The destiny life, though, is this, you have paths that you can go, and it's whether you say yes or no to that, and you almost shut off different paths as you go about. And this is what your guides are here to do, to help you through this path and ultimately find love and success there. And I feel like if you are in this dry desert and you don't really know which way to look, there is going to be communication, there is going to be an exchange potentially from your spirit guides and the universe into where you're supposed to be going and what they want you to do. And remember that it's you that is in control. You have free will, and you can change your circumstances by accepting things that come your way and releasing old energy and allowing new energy, kind of adapting to that. And with the Chariot, victory is yours, and the surface, it looks empty, but actually in the water it's really, really deep. Like there is, once you have faith and trust and you let go, your Chariot is going to go flying towards the destination, flying towards success. And yeah, and don't forget that it's all about this give and take. It's all about that, and your time is coming. And yeah, your time for stability, especially after this period where you feel cut off, this kind of Five of Pentacles moment, maybe where if there's been a door that slammed in your face or something like that, like I was saying, like that death, like that end which has just come about. This is birthing new life for you. A new beginning is coming your way, something for you to take control of and to move along. So let's get what you might not be seeing at this time. So we've got the Two of Wands. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you may be in this like you may have almost already received this urge, this message in this Ace of Wands, and you are actually potentially in this Two of Wands state, or they want you to be in this Two of Wands state, because this is what you are not seeing at this time. So let's get the other cards. We also have the Seven of Cups, speculation, opportunity, and we also have Spirit of Rings, productivity and endurance. So I feel like with the Two of Wands, you might have already had this urge from the universe. You might be like, Tara AF, I've already let go. I've already let go of that thing and I'm ready to create stability and everything. This is your independent opportunity here. This is going to be your achievement, your success, and it's time for you to creatively visualize where you want that raw spark to go, and then actively wait for your path and potentially your kind of flow to come at you, and trust that that is the right thing, because it is divinely given, because it is given and kind of blessed by your spirit guides, as it were. And with this Seven of Cups, maybe you feel like there's a lot of opportunities, a lot of different ways to go, but it is time for you to refine that vision and don't get caught up emotionally in the paths which might not even be there. Like with the dry desert, maybe you feel it, maybe it is a bit like that, a bit like an oasis. Like there seems to be in the distance so many different oases, is that a word? Maybe oasi, who knows. I'll look it up after and let you guys know. But maybe there is kind of in the distance loads of different kind of mirages, as it were, like different pools of water which seem to be there but actually are a bit of an illusion, and maybe you feel like you're stepping towards one which kind of disappears. But Spirit is saying follow this intuitive spark that you have had, and trust that that is the right way, and visualize that path, and that one is not going to lead in, like, this is going to be an opportunity for you. You don't have to speculate about that one, and you can cut through all of the other paths with that behind you. And with the Spirit of Rings, you know, this is every ounce of work that you put in now, everything that you have endured up until this time is in order for your success. With the Spirit of Rings, you are going to move slowly and steadily. This is also the card of messages. Messages have come up again. I feel like you are going to receive, and there is going to be an approach of almost this messenger type who, and it's going to come out of your sheer will and dedication to finding your path and choosing it and putting that on the horizon, putting that with where you want to go. You're not worried about the terrain. You're not worried about what you may encounter, even if at times it might feel like a dry desert, like you don't know which way you're going, or that kind of thing, or you can't quite see the material flow yet. Trust that that ship is coming to you. Trust that that opportunity is the right one, and there is success at the end of it. Keep that in your sights. Don't be afraid of the detours or the blockages that come up, because your guides are with you, and you are kind of almost like this is your soul plan. I feel like this thing that is coming towards you is kind of that focus, like almost what you are meant to be doing at this moment in time. So keep your eyes set on that, where you want that to go, and trust that it's divinely given, and you are going to be kind of divinely blessed on this journey moving forward. So my glorious friends of pile 6, my fluorite moon, my away sigh, I am going to leave that reading there for you guys today. I really hope it resonated. I hope there was some useful advice there for you guys. If you'd like to see more from me, please do hit that subscribe button. I'd love to see you guys again. I'm sending so much love. Until then, hopefully, bye.